If you need to automatically generate sequential serial number or index number for your rows like this, you have two distinct methods at your disposal using COUNTA function. All these methods work regardless of whether you delete, hide rows, and or apply filter. I'm going to introduce a filter by pressing Ctrl Shift L to start off with. And you're going to place your cursor at cell A2. For the first method, you're going to use SUBTOTAL. And the first argument on SUBTOTAL will be number 3, which is function number 3. Click here, double click. Or you can put 3 here if you like, comma, B2. You're going to press F4 once to make B2 an absolute reference, and then say colon, B2 again. So basically I'm counting each row, making the first one as a reference. So as it increases, the number naturally increases in sequential order. If you hit enter, and I'm going to apply to the rest of the rows by double clicking on this handler here, and you can see all of them has a formula. Now, if I were to apply filter, like for example, I changed my favorite color to only red, notice how the index or the serial number adjusts by itself. And if you apply, say, highlight the row and press Ctrl 9 to hide the row, you can see that the number automatically adjusts even if you hide the row. I'm going to undo twice here. We can reorganize the subtotal formula to use function number 103. But you have to change your cell reference, and you're going to make your row fixed. So basically you're counting row, and on this side here you're going to fix your columns. And you go ahead and enter, and you're going to apply the same formula to the rest of the row like this. As you can see that the row index is changing on the second one range here. So now if you were to apply filter again, say blue this time around, and then you delete a couple of rows or hide, Ctrl 9 to hide it, you can see that the index number are still in sequential order. The second method of having a sequential index number or serial number would be to use an aggregate function. So this is how I use it, equal aggregate, and the first argument will be count A here as well, and then comma 5 to ignore hidden rows, comma, and then you're going to use B2 as a reference. I'm going to make it an absolute reference by pressing F4 once like this, similar to the very first one that we did with subtotal function name number 3, colon, B2 like this. And I'm going to close parenthesis and hit enter. I'm going to apply the same formula to the rest of the row, and you can see that the aggregate function has been applied. Now, if you were to apply filter here, let's say this time around, let's go with only zones here, say north and south, and then you try to hide a few rows or maybe quite a few of them, Ctrl 9 to hide it, you can see that your index or your serial number are still in sequential order. Those are the two ways to get sequential serial number.